Hello everyone, today we're diving into the world of 9 SOLS, an upcoming 2D platformer developed and published by Red Candle Games, a studio based in Taiwan and known for their immersive storytelling and cultural themes. Drawing inspiration from games such as Hollow Knight and Sekiro, the game invites players into a mesmerizing Asian fantasy-inspired cyberpunk universe. It is dubbed as Tao Punk by its creators. A demo of the game is already available on Steam, and I have taken the liberty of experiencing it firsthand. Join me as I share my experiences and insight into what makes the game so compelling. Let's dive into it. Okay, so the story of 9 SOLS takes place in New Kunlun, which is the final sanctuary of the Solarians. This realm has remained tranquil for centuries, safeguarded by sacred rituals bestowed upon mortals by the ancient gods. However, despite the apparent peace, the truth of this world remains veiled in mystery. Everything changes when Yi, a hero long forgotten by time, is abruptly awakened by a human child. This unexpected event disrupts the serene existence of New Kunlun and sets the stage for an epic journey. Yi is driven by a deep-seated desire for vengeance against the 9 SOLS, formidable rulers of this enigmatic realm. So throughout the game, we follow Yi, which is our main character, on his vengeful quest, facing off against the 9 SOLS using combat mechanics which are reminiscent of Sekiro. So much about the story, let us now dive into the combat and gameplay. The controls feel smooth and responsive, staying true to the Sekiro-inspired gameplay. You'll have the ability to dodge, attack and deflect enemy strikes, with the option to attach a charm onto the enemies. Whether you have successfully deflected or not doesn't really matter as much, you just have to get the timing right. This charm is called the food charm and is kind of like your ultimate. Deflection doesn't trigger a pose. At least I didn't experience it, but mastering the timing as set is crucial. If you don't deflect at the right moment, you'll find yourself vulnerable to enemy attacks, which will result in significant health loss. However, you have the opportunity to gain some health by counter-attacking. There will be a short attack window where you can attack an enemy and regain some of your health back, which is similar to, I guess, how Millennia's Great Rune works, or how the combat worked in Bloodborne. I did not find any info on this anywhere else, so really you have to play the game and then you will actually see that you can get some of your health back. I was actually quite surprised to see that mechanic implemented in the demo. Defeating enemies earns you experience points, leading to permanent upgrades and new skills unlockable in the skill tree. Passive skills and equipment modifications are also available for unlocking, adding depth to your character's abilities. I didn't have the opportunity to explore these features, as either they were not in the demo or I was just too unfocused to find them in the demo. I don't know, but I didn't come across them. So I didn't experiment with the passive skills or any equipment modifications, as I think the demo's primary focus is introducing the combat mechanics to the players. I think that's what the demo mostly focused on. As highlighted earlier in my introduction, the game setting is labeled as Tao Punk by the developers, aiming to create a unique fusion of cyberpunk elements, Taoism and Far Eastern mythology. This blend of cyberpunk aesthetics with Taoist philosophy and Eastern mythology establishes a distinct atmosphere and narrative framework for both the game's story and gameplay. The presentation is visually stunning, characterized by vivid and dreamlike colors. The art style features carefully handcrafted environments and animations reminiscent of anime landscapes and Japanese manga-inspired cutscenes. Each frame is crafted in a traditional style to deliver visually striking and fluid animations. Now, with all of that beautiful stuff mentioned, let's dive a little bit into what I didn't like all too much. What I personally found disappointing was that a significant portion of the demo was spent reading speech bubbles. I understand that this serves as a means to introduce players to the story, but I personally would have preferred to see more combat elements. I felt that puzzles and secrets were absent, like the exploration felt lacking. So I would have really liked to have a bit more puzzles in it, or some more secret doors, walls, whatever. Because to me personally, the entire introduction phase of the characters talking and getting to the actual combat part was just far too long, at least for my taste. So if you're into it, that's cool, but for my taste, that was just too long. Most of the demo I spent reading, and then I had maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes gameplay in total. So that was my experience. But maybe if you're someone who still has to get used to the combat, you might spend a bit more time on the demo. I don't know. Despite some drawbacks, like a lack of exploration opportunities in the demo, the game impresses with its cyberpunk aesthetics and Eastern mythology, and I truly believe that for fans of Asian-themed fantasy and Sekiro-style combat, this is a game worth keeping an eye on. For me personally, I'm not really so sure. I do not enjoy Sekiro-based combat much. I'm really not into this deflection thing. I know it's very hyped. I know a lot of people say that Sekiro is actually the masterpiece of From Software, of any of From Software games, but it's just really not for me. So those are my 2 cents. I hope that I could somehow bring you closer to this amazing game. It is an amazing game, and yeah, I am curious to hear what you think of it. Please let me know in the comments what your opinion and your thoughts are. And as usual, take care. I'll see you in my next video, and bye.